Hi, this is MrByZ with Galaxy Toys and Collecting Cosmos. And I know I showed a lot of videos last week from San Diego Comic-Con, but I'm back home. I thought I'd take you through a lot of those Comic-Con exclusives I picked up last week and actually show you what they're like rather than just showing you in the boxes. I had a chance to kind of look at these and maybe give you a better look at what's in these, especially as like things like the Landspeeder that have exclusive things to it that we will not have in the regular release later on. So let's get to it. First of all, I thought I'd show you the convention order sheet right here. They were not handing these out to anybody. It was only to people who were in line this year. So you can kind of see what's on here and get an idea of the prices. You can see I circled how many of each item I was buying. Like the Landspeeder here was $98. Thrawn was $54. And the Luke and Rey was $54. Have a look at the back here just so you can see if you like any of these other lines. So here we have the exclusives that I've picked up from Hasbro. You know, there's some cool stuff in here and I kind of want to dive in. I'm going to start with this Rey and Master Luke pack here. So here we are. I know this Luke is probably one of the things a lot of people have really been looking forward to. Now, I've taken it out of the actual box here. I'm not going to take it out of its plastic just because I don't want to kind of lose anything, and I'm still in the process of getting everything packed up to move. But I figured if nothing else, I could show you. As you can see, nice cloth hood. It's very, very thin. Looks like it should be pretty good here. But let's go back to the detail on, you can see his face here. Belt, very reminiscent of his Jedi belt, as well as Obi-Wan Kenobi's belt. Some detail on the hand there. And then we go to Rey. See the gun that Han Solo gave her, her lightsaber and her staff. One thing that seems to be missing is that pack that she took to the island to meet Luke, but apparently in her Jedi training gear she no longer needs that. Next we'll take a look at Commander Gree, which was the Entertainment Earth Toys R Us exclusive. I know many of you are ordering these through ToysRUs.com, so let's take a look at it. I know the big thing on him is supposed to be the paint detail. As you can see, there is a lot of paint on him. The applications are quite heavy. You can see some of the extra molding that's gone into this that goes over kind of above and beyond what we saw with the regular Episode 3 Clone Troopers. Comes with the same rifle and gun as those, as well as the macro binoculars. Flip him over. He has the little radio antenna. They never really said what that is. What did they? He's got the 2 canisters in the back. Very good detailing on this figure. We're going to keep him out because he is a part of the next item I'm going to show you, which is Grand Admiral Thrawn as well. Now, the Thrawn here seemed to be one of the most sought-after items of the convention. It is very cool, especially the way it's packaged. So let's dig in. Here we have Thrawn himself, red eyes and all. Looks like mine has a slight problem with the paint job on the pupils. He does have a pistol in his belt there. I did love that it came with the Holy Grail. Now here we have a Commander Gree helmet. Look at that. Let's compare. So here's the helmet that Thrawn comes with. Here's Commander Gree's helmet. So it's definitely not exactly the same. The paint's a little different on both. Obviously this helmet is hollow inside too, so it's not going to be the same as this, which is not hollow inside. Just thought it'd be interesting to compare those since it's there. There's just a couple more accessories here that were in the sides. These don't have plastic in front of them, so I can go ahead and show you them. It's a very cool full set, the way it's set up. I kind of like leaving it like this. Let's take a look at the Landspeeder here next. It's got a very interesting box design. I know I said while I was in San Diego, it's a very hard box. This came home in my regular checked luggage, and it had no damage to it at all. Now you see there's a line down the side. You can kind of see it going along the front and down the side over here as well. That's because the top of this box comes completely off. I'll show you. The box is completely off. It's right over here, sitting off to the side. And now you can get in here and look at the Landspeeder without taking it out. Now I have removed 2 of the tie strips just so I could get at the hood here, so I can show that off. The accessories, I think I showed kind of these in San Diego, but here's a little more up close. Now this poncho is supposed to be thinner and I guess more detailed, if you will, for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive than the regular release. Let's take a look at Luke here first. It's supposed to be a new head sculpt. Doesn't quite look like Mark Hamill, but I think it's a little bit better than our previous Tatooine Luke that we've had. It's got a couple of doors that open. Got some here in the back. Not much detailing there. Got a little more detail in here. But the hood is where there's a lot of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and open that up. We can see inside all the different things. Now, one of the things I understand that is part of the exclusivity of this is it has this engine part that moves, and there's a little button right here. If you press this, that little engine piece moves. From what I understand, the regular release will not have that. I know this looks like it's a button. As far as I can tell, it's not. I don't know why it's there. But that's kind of a look here. You can see the slot to put his gun along on the side of the Landspeeder. Unfortunately, you can't really see under without taking it out. I really don't feel like taking it out, just because it's a nice display piece in the box like this. I'll probably pick up the regular version later on. Look at the engine detail over here. Look at the back of it here to give you an idea. So that is Luke's Landspeeder, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I got one more item I'm going to go ahead and review that wasn't necessarily exclusive, but kind of a bonus review. At the Hasbro breakfast, I got this Qui-Gon Jinn action figure for free, and I didn't have him yet, so it was kind of cool for me, but I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at it. It's a new figure, and it might be overlooked by many of you, although it's got some really cool features. So here we see him out of the box. And one of the things pointed out to me by somebody else is the eyes are a separate piece. I don't know if it's easy to tell with the camera here, but those are actually a separate piece underneath the head. And I don't know why. I haven't seen any other Black Series that are done like this. It's a nice part of the detail. Like, the eyes look really nice there. The face sculpt is very good. It looks like Liam Neeson. We have an extra hand here so he can tell people that he's taking somebody to Coruscant. His lightsaber, very well detailed for, a 6-inch figure on the lightsaber. This is a great figure. So if you're passing this up because you're like, I don't like the prequels, or geez, another Qui-Gon or whatever, you might want to pick this up. It looks very good. It's a very nice figure. Take a look at the back of him through the packaging here. Nice little detail on his braid there, or ponytail, I guess. Overall, very good-looking figure. I'm impressed with this. Obviously, with the likes of the Royal Guard, Lando, and such in the same way, he might be overlooked. But this might be one that you want to go back and look for. So that's a more in-depth look at the San Diego Comic-Con Hasbro exclusives. If you remember correctly, I have a contest going through the YouTube channel here, and I will extend it to this video as well. So what you need to do to enter this contest is, number one, subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this, just look where it says MrByZ underneath. Go ahead and hit subscribe to that. Number two, you can comment on this video or the previous video, which was my last look at San Diego Comic-Con, and state what, I'm going to go specific here, what vintage action figures, what action figures in the new vintage line that we're going to be getting next year would you like to see? What does Hasbro need to make? Hasbro's asked for our input. I'm going to see if I can find any way to pass along this. So this is your way to get some input in here too. So go ahead and comment in there what vintage figures you'd like to make, and if I will select randomly on Tuesday. I'm going to wait all the way through Monday to make sure everybody gets their entries in that would like to do it. I will select randomly on Tuesday a winner, and that winner...
So here's what you could win if I select you randomly. So I've got the Gentle Giant had a couple of like trading card type of things, so they're exclusives. So you'll get those. It's not a full set. Sorry, I didn't even get a full set for myself. There were the vintage cards that Gentle Giant was handing out. I have a Han Solo and a C-3PO. And finally, the Star Wars Adventures IDW comic that was given out as at the IDW booth. So you could win all of these by just commenting below about which vintage action figure, in the vintage line would you like to see being made?
That's all for now. I'll have a few more videos coming up as I have new items to review. Again, if there's anything you'd like to see me review, I have almost every single piece that Hasbro has done, so I can go back and find stuff from 20 years ago if you'd like, and review through it. But comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see me make. You can also contact me through sdcc@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching.